Welcome back to the Jungle Talk Podcast, hosted by Gorilla Squad Gaming. I'm your host, Larry, aka Detroit Gorilla. The last podcast you met these gentlemen, except for two of them, the one at the bottom and the one in the middle. We're gonna keep it rolling with the same type of topics. We're gonna talk about gaming. We're gonna talk about social issues. We're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna talk about anything in the media. Once again, these are our thoughts and opinions. So please don't shoot the messenger. We just want to use our platform to discuss some things that is going on in the world as well as gaming. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start with our regular podcast guy at the bottom, my man Ghost. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
So Ghost here, aka none of your business. Joining, wasn't here first week that we did this, kind of busy, but I'm back with the crew. Look forward to tonight and all the good conversation we about to have.
Yes, sir, for sure. And the man at the top is none other than my homie man Faith. It's a quick little intro on me and Faith met about just 2021. We met about 2018, right?
Yeah, was that the time we went to Vegas?
Vegas. We met in Vegas, man. My first time meeting them. Our ladies are good friends. They go back to college, to the ODU days. So, we met each other. We vibed out. We went to the club and did all that. Shortly, maybe like a couple months afterwards, I put a post on Facebook about, I was looking for some people to run with Call of Duty. On that might have been before I even met Chris and Bree, but
yeah.
So, this lady immediately was like, "I got somebody for you." I was like, "Well, some gamers," and she hit me to my man Faith. At the time was Cognac Jack, but he couldn't trademark it because you can't trademark cognac. So he went by the name of Faith, man. This guy's taught me a lot about streaming. I actually got into streaming, just talking to him, being a brother, somebody that was playing games, the video games like me before we grew our group. I already knew, Kraken, I already knew Stogie Red, and ran Riz, but before we actually grew our group and decided to do something with it, I took a lot of little nuggets from this man right here. So without further ado, I'm gonna give you the floor, let you introduce yourself and what you got going on.
What's up, man? I'm Faith. Everybody, what's going on? It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Gaming since forever, just like I'm sure everybody here has been. I just decided to. I think what really sparked this whole professional gaming thing is the fact that, because people been doing this for years, right? People been in their mom's basement playing games on computers and all that. And I'm just like, the thing that sparked it for me was when two things. For one, I saw what Ninja did and how he opened up the gates for all of the people who were deemed nerds. Right? Like everybody thought whoever played video games was considered a fucking nerd. Y'all curse up here?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Bet. My bad. I just got to make sure. So yeah, everybody. I was one of those guys, right? But I was one of those guys, kind of like in hiding. Like every time I come home, the first thing I do, I was talking to my homegirl the other day. Like the first thing I do as soon as I come in the crib, before I had all this PC shit, I cut my Xbox on. Before I take a piss, I cut my Xbox on. Before I lock my door, I cut my Xbox on. That was just like a thing that I did. And I think it really, when Ninja came out and did everything that he did, it made it so it shined this huge light on the gaming industry and made it a thing. Then he had his deal with Microsoft and Adidas, and he just started doing all of these things, but it started from video games. And I was like, I talked to two of my homies, and they're very knowledgeable in the video game industry, and they told me that if I wanted to take it serious, then I would have to get off of console. I didn't understand why at the time. I took their advice, but I did notice that when I was watching Twitch, all the professional streamers and stuff that I watched, they were on PC, and so I was like, I woke up one morning, I just went to bought a PC. And
Hey Faith, hold tight real quick, cause this shit stopped recording, you know. Stop live recording. Hold on.
I'm still recording on my end.
Okay.
But go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
If you need that part, I'll send it to you after this.
Yeah, I probably am. Yeah, cause this shit acted dumb. But go ahead.
So yeah, I woke up one morning on a Sunday. I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna just do it. I went to Best Buy, bought a PC. And those first 6 months, mouse and keyboard was hell. I didn't even want to run with it. I was playing on PC, but I was still using my controller just because it was foreign to me. I stuck with it, and I realized fast that I had to make it you got to make your station comfortable for you. You know, I was watching Ninja. Ninja was he was just like the guy that I just used to watch because he started this whole shit and he took it to a level that I never seen nobody take it to before. So I was watching him and I used to be like, all right, what kind of headphones he got? All right, I want those headphones. What mouse is he using? All right, I want that mouse. What keyboard? And I realized quickly, like after doing that shit, that wasn't for me. Like that's the mouse that Ninja uses. That's the keyboard that Ninja uses. Those are the headphones that Ninja uses. And I realized fast that I gotta find shit that I like that works well for me, because that works well for him. So I had bought a few things that he had, didn't like it, took it back, and I really, from that point right then on, I started to understand that there is no template to this whole video game shit, right? There is no best headphones in the world. There is no best keyboard in the world. There is no best monitor. It's all about what makes you comfortable and what you play the best on. So I just started getting my own stuff, and slowly but surely, my setup took me years to get this stuff, man. And I can't even say I'm the best now. I'm still learning. Every single day I'm still learning, but I'm down here every day practicing on the keyboard, on the mouse, trying to get my aim better. I play a lot of first person shooters, Call of Duty, Apex. I got the PS5 and the Xbox over there. I don't know if y'all can see my setup, but I got every old school vintage console that you can possibly think of in the background. I'm just a gamer, man, at heart. That's what I do for a living. I love video games. I mean, started an eSports team called the Rivals just recently, me and 3 of my partners. And I'm just looking to take it to the top. I think I had my stretch with the streaming. When I first started, I was streaming for like 12 hours a day. I think I'm done with that now. I'm more on the business side. I just want to own the team and just sit back and collect a check from the streamers and shit. Other than that, I'm always down. I'm always online. I'm always in Discord. I'm always looking for people to run with. Disclaimer, cool. I need people to run with who are serious about this shit. Like for real serious. Like know how to play, communication at all times. Like I'm not for no bullshit. I don't play for leisure at all. I'm trying to make some paper. I'm trying to create a name. I'm trying to, I just want to play with people who are serious. I don't give a fuck what game we playing. I don't care if we playing Roblox. Like, take that shit serious, because I'm serious about this shit. But yeah, that's it. That's it in a nutshell, man. Been doing it for like a year and a half now, 2 years, and still learning. Still got a long way to go.
So let's go ahead and jump into gaming, man. So the latest news as of today, we kind of briefly touched on it earlier today. The ex-general manager of the Call of Duty series has switched over and gone to Electronic Arts to assist them with what seems to be a big Battlefield ramp up. The Battlefield trailer is supposed to drop on the 9th of June, actually, next week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been leaked a lot.
But I mean, it's going to be in the E3.
Probably, yeah. Because this is June, yeah. So, what are y'all thoughts about the new Battlefield versus and the possibility because Call of Duty is losing developers for because they're split into two sides. It was an Infinity Ward and
Treyarch or something like that.
Treyarch, yeah. So they're losing some people on the side that needs to make the Call of Duty this year. It was supposed to be like a World War, one of the old games from back in the day, not a Modern Warfare. So what do y'all think about Call of Duty sitting out for a year and Battlefield kind of taking the throne?
Finally.
I mean, shit, could we be finally getting ready to see the downfall of COD?
Yeah.
Had a very good run.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they've had a strong
like 2003.
Yeah, 2003 every year, faithfully. Well, maybe every year they weren't dropping originally, but
they've been the strong company as far as the name in shooter, first person shooter, especially when it came to the multiplayer.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't
They've
get me
been
wrong, bro. Only reason I don't really play Battlefield like that is because how it is. Don't get me wrong, because Chris and mine, y'all both know we jumped into Battlefield.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, we played it heavy for a good minute.
You went to
Battlefield
1. Yeah, when it went back to Battlefield 1, where you can go through all the different worlds and whatnot. Yeah. We jumped on it hard. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a Battlefield lover. It's just some things it's just the movement of Battlefield. It feels worse than Rainbow Six.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it was compared. If you're going from Call of Duty to Battlefield definitely felt slower. I mean, but the environment was fully interactive. So you was blowing up walls, you was running tanks through walls and stuff. So that was the appeal of it. With Battlefield, EA bringing in this GM. This is the GM that guided them through Cold War and Modern Warfare and brought along Warzone. So it's a big move for them. And the question is going to be is, can COD maintain with the new people that they have in place?
Yeah, I think Battlefield was definitely a series that kind of changed the game because they had fully destructible maps. Like buildings could blow up. One in like they had like earthquakes and tsunamis came in and all types of stuff. There were certain areas you didn't want to be at when stuff struck because stuff like automatic death. Call of Duty is kind of similarly tried to do some things like that, but I think with a new general manager coming from Call of Duty, he could kind of bring what worked and what didn't work for for the Call of Duty series to Battlefield and improve it. Because I think the people that have been playing the series, Modern Warfare last year was dope. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
the Modern Warfare was dope. I think we enjoyed that the most. The Cold War, we've been hit and miss, but I think it's time for something new. I think it's time.
I got a question for that though, Larry. Let me tell you why you. Is this why you say it was dope? Because all of them Call of Duties before that, it was the double jumping and this and this and that. And it's finally because they went back to the original madness, the original format of Call of Duty.
Right. I like the Modern Warfare because it got back to the basics but enhanced it. Whereas that Black Ops 3, wall jumping, you had the man with the advanced warfare, you had dogs, you
Infinity Warfare,
and all that stuff. Futuristic war with the little drones that you could control. I mean, a good concept, but multiplayer wise, I don't think they got what they invested in it. But whereas Battlefield is the first one that introduced all types of vehicles, planes, trains, and automobiles. Really,
absolutely.
So I'm definitely excited to see Battlefield. Me and Kraken and Ran Riz. We played a lot of Battlefield in the early years. Kraken was always the medic. He run around.
I got
you got the defibrillator. You get everybody up. So
right. I got my PhD in Battlefield.
Oh man, he used to. I tell you, he used to just run around with them motherfuckers out. Like he didn't even have no guns in his hand.
I ain't even have a gun.
Run around with a defibrillator.
I'm lighting people up.
'Cause I
Everybody
think you
comes
could
back
kill
to
the
life.
enemies with it. You could kill the enemies with the defibrillator. Yeah. So that was his thing. Like, each class on Battlefield, like the medic one, he super maxed out. He probably had everything
Had everything.
unlocked. You know,
Everything.
yeah. So it was a fun experience, man. But yeah, that new from what I'm hearing about the new Battlefield, they're trying to decide whether they're gonna call it Battlefield 6 or just Battlefield because they're not gonna bring out another one the next year. They want to make installments. They want to improve on the one they have. Maybe just add content to it, which is what I thought Call of Duty was gonna do with Modern Warfare.
Hey, quick
Because
question.
Right.
When's the last time any one of y'all logged into Battlefield?
Been
Been a
long
minute.
time.
Shit, it's been a minute. I almost deleted that motherfucker the other day.
Look, let me tell
That
you
shit
like
ain't
this.
even
You do know
downloaded
that
to
you
my
could log
shit.
into Battlefield and then you could jump from one Battlefield to all of them.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
I think
like it's
2016
synced.
was the last time I had a Battlefield game.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like this last Battlefield, because I do, y'all know how I do. I do dabble in the old video games.
Right.
So I went back and looked at it, and yeah, you could play all the Battlefields off of one. It's like all synced now. Like all your stuff that you do is all synced.
Mm.
So it's like they already got that format already built.
Right.
So I could see them just calling it Battlefield because it would just keep going with what they already got going. It would just be another game that's
To
in
add
the
to the
because they got
series.
like a whole.
You're right.
You know how like Discord got this whole side over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Battlefield got.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Yeah, like
That'd be
they
dope.
like they really like really to me, them getting him is just to bring up the graphics, the movement, and stuff like that.
Movement.
And help them out with some of their because y'all remember Ian and Chris when we used to play Battlefield, we always had to aim a little bit to the left to get that headshot.
Mhm. So
You
if
know
they
what
could
I'm
work on
saying?
those mechanics like they've done with COD,
Right.
I think it would be a better. But at the same time, I don't know. Warzone and Battlefield, to me, they just too different because the Battlefield was like what 64 on 64 or 32
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
32.
Yeah,
32 on 32.
Battlefield was deep, bro.
And
Yeah.
and Battlefield has huge maps
Yeah,
compared
like
to COD.
you could just be battling
Yeah.
on one side of the map and never even reach the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Trust me.
maps was ridiculous. The maps were huge as shit.
Right.
Yeah, I think Call of
Especially
Duty
when
will
they
be
had
fine,
they
man.
had that all out
Where you had to
war
hold
zone.
a point, and
Yeah.
me, Chris, and you,
Yeah.
we be like, all right, which
Yup.
point we about to hold down for the whole game?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
that's
Right.
basically what you had to do. You couldn't jump from point to point. It is not like Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty, you 1 point, 5 seconds later, you at the next point. Nah, bro.
And if you didn't hold those
It
points,
takes
they
you 3 minutes to get from point A
you
to
would
point
progress through
C
the
to
map.
point D to point E
Yeah.
to point
Right.
F to point G. Because they had a lot of points.
They had A through F.
Mhm.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
64
I
on
remember that.
64. I mean, you got to have
Right.
8
Yeah.
points.
Right. And if you don't
I just
you don't
hope it
hold a
don't
point
take
down,
from.
you start at the beginning of the map. You got to work your way all the way back.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And if everybody took all the vehicles, then you had to run.
You,
Yeah.
Right. But see, I just hope it don't
Right.
take from the aspect of the 32 on 32, the 64
Right.
versus 64, and with them still having a big map like that. Because, you
I
know
think
what I'm
they're gonna
saying?
zero in on the multiplayer experience because they're not even coming out with a story mode. They said they nixed that,
No,
so they're going straight into
they about to be like Rainbow.
yeah.
They about to be like Rainbow.
Yo, this shit that they doing.
From Battlefield, we about to
What's
get
that?
a combination of Rainbow and Call of Duty put together out of Battlefield.
This shit that they doing with the games and leaving the story modes out. I don't fuck with that, yo.
What?
I don't
Yeah, I
like
like
that
the
at
sto-
all.
I like the story
I
mode,
thrive.
too.
I love a good fucking story mode, man. Don't take that out the fucking game,
Call of
man.
Duty
They
has
cutting
that
corners, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they-
I don't like that shit.
Let me ask you a
Because you gotta
question,
think,
because
like-
let me ask
because
you,
you
do
gotta
you think
think,
like
too.
this when they take out the story mode in the game, you look at it as like the game is just trying to go for the money part of it by just doing the
Right.
multiplayer?
Well, not
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
that. I think it's laziness, man, because we're already getting incomplete games, especially when it comes to the multiplayer. So now y'all want to take away the one thing, the story mode, you know what I'm saying, that was actually completed the game. So y'all just gonna take that away and still give us a half-ass multiplayer for online and make us pay more now because we're on next gen.
Yeah.
Like,
And
come on, man.
That's accurate. And I just used to live for like Call of Duty was I used to love going through the story mode on Call of Duty, just all games. And then this is what really pissed me off when, especially in Call of Duty, when they come out with maps, they don't come out with new maps. They come out with the same maps from old shit, and they might add some snow, or they might add some rain, or they might make it in the nighttime or some shit like that. Stop recycling maps.
Yeah.
Give me some new fucking maps, man. Stop being lazy.
Yeah. What they did with Black Ops is they did it with Modern Warfare. They started to bring back maps that were our favorites or played the most in the previous.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Polished them up. Yeah.
But they still could have threw in a new map every time they gave us like
yes.
the old
I agree. I agree 100%.
At least one.
But these motherfuckers is just recycling like
Call of Duty.
Joke. Like Rebirth was a joke.
Right.
They treating the maps like fucking Jordans. Hey, just keep giving them the 12s. Give them red, white, and black. Give them the white and blue. Give them the orange one. Just change. Like, come on, man. Y'all think we stupid? Give us some new fucking maps, man. I hate that shit, yo. I hate that shit.
This is the 12-1 Pro. You gotta have this one.
They're not being creative. But I think that's why some people are leaving.
Yeah.
Like, let's get behind why they leaving.
Well, I just think the issue with the map,
a strong name for how long, and now all of a sudden everybody up and leaving house real quick.
Two of the developers said they're going to do another project. They didn't even release what they was going to do. They said they have an opportunity to be a part of something else. So they probably cooking some other multiplayer experience. Something that they felt like it's the time to go roll over here because Call of Duty might be played. You know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think Call of Duty is ever gonna go out of style.
No.
It may die down, especially with all this new shit coming out. I was never really a big Battlefield fan, but I know a lot of people like that shit, and some Call of Duty players are gonna migrate over to Battlefield. But I don't think Call of Duty will ever completely go out of style. But I do think that it's dying down right now. I tried to play Warzone. For one, I had to uninstall that. Okay, let me take that back. For one, when I installed it, that motherfucker was like 256 gigs.
Yeah, it's taking up
for one.
Taking up too much space.
For two, when I hopped on the game, cheaters galore.
Oh yeah.
We talking
about aimbotters, wall hackers. I don't got time for that. I deleted that shit, man. I don't have time for it.
500,000 have been banned so far. 500,000 accounts of cheaters have been banned thus far. From
now y'all see why I went to Rainbow.
Man, can I get SOCOM to come back? Shit.
Oh man. I think SOCOM came back, and they were maybe that's what the two developers went to go do because they wouldn't say what they were going to do. SOCOM is one that. Like, you got to bring back, right? You have to bring back SOCOM. That's a PlayStation classic.
Bring back Ghost Recon. That's all they need to bring back.
Well,
can we get it for all platforms this time, please? Can we please?
Yeah, they did fuck that last Ghost Recon up. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, the last one was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash.
They rushed it. That last Ghost Recon, they rushed.
Yeah.
Because all the extra content is like twice as better than the original game. That's the fucked up part.
And the Ghost Recon, the problem with them is they've been for the longest trying to create the most accurate tactical game for soldiers. Like they bring ex-soldiers in and stuff like that to try to emulate a four-man.
They got it right with Wildlands. They got it right with Wildlands, except for the AI part with the teammate. You know what I'm saying? But
the AI was horrible, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could.
You be over there fighting by yourself, man. That AI be over there in the street dancing with the locals, man.
Hey, them motherfuckers!
Sometimes
I use them as
get out
bullet
the car,
sponges.
and them motherfuckers wouldn't even get out the car.
Look, they were strictly bullet sponges on my shit.
And then they call them for help. And they call them for help and shit. Oh,
Nah,
heal
bro,
me,
you
heal me.
on your own, Jack. You're on your own, Jack.
Oh, you
You're on your
dumbass
own.
AI.
You better call your buddy that's over there staring at the tree and shit while these bullets are coming by. Maybe he'll get you. I'm too busy over
Hey,
here.
Crazy.
bro, that shit right now, because I just jumped back on it. That new update they put to it, it's kind of nice, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you was telling me that the AI is a lot better now with it.
The AI is way better. The Now you could upgrade your AIs.
Oh, you can upgrade the AI, the equipment.
You could upgrade their equipment. You could
And they
upgrade.
gear.
You can change how they look, bro.
Oh, that's
That's how
dope.
far they went into it now.
That's dope. But
And
it's a tad bit late, man. There's some games
bro,
that do that shit late, and they kind of they miss the mark,
Yeah.
and they try to bring
Yeah.
people back in. The Division 2 was one of them. We played the hell out of that game until
Mm-hmm.
we were just exhausted with it. Then they want to recreate it. Gears of War 5, big hype behind it. I feel like it missed the point. You know,
Oh man, huge Gears fan, yo, and
Yeah.
and I was
First 2 years of Gears was like classic, yo.
Hell yeah. I like 1
so
through 3. 4
Gears of War
was
5 is really that bad.
At 3, I
yeah,
want.
5
two,
didn't
I want
get
two first
5
three.
didn't get what they thought it was going to do. They did a lot on launch. They brought Batista, they had the Terminator, all that shit to kind of initially bring people in. But then it's like, oh, okay, well that's cool, but like the
Gameplay
mechanics
sucks.
and shit still need work.
It's still the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still the
Yeah.
same. Nobody felt anything different. It was like the off factor for 10 minutes. Like, oh, okay, shoot, I got the Terminator. You had the T800, T900,
Right.
and a couple other characters on pre-launch. But if you had the beta and the alpha, but other than that, that game has been mute. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I haven't seen anything that they've done. The division has still been trying to survive. We jumped back into that for a little bit. I mean, it does run a little better, especially with the new update for the next gen system. But still, um, it's just some things that missed the mark, and I feel like this year, last year, Call of Duty Black Ops was one of those. But we're gonna go ahead and shift gears, man. We talked enough about game. We're gonna touch on some other things when I come back
Hold up,
around.
before we shift, I want to do a little shout out to Backbone. I ordered, cause I travel and shit, and I be bored in the airports and shit, and trying to
Just the
carry my
controller
Switch.
Mhm.
I always got to pull this shit out of my bag. I got to take it out of the case it's in. I get tired of fucking with TSA when I got to go through the airport. So I always got my phone on me. But I hate playing COD mobile on my fucking phone. Even though I got a Pro Max, you know what I'm saying? The screen, that shit still be having my thumbs cramp up. Man, I got
Yep.
carpal tunnel and radial tunnel. I'm an old guy, man. That shit
Right.
fucked up. So I ordered this shit.
That shit look dope.
This shit is dope as fuck. Like, this shit real live. It's fully functional. This shit will increase your gaming efficiency on the phone. The only downside that I have with this whole thing is it does not support any cases on your phone. You have to take your phone out of the case in order to use it.
It might be alright with a screen
only
protector though, at
downside.
least, because if it drop on the backside, the backside controller gonna catch it.
True.
You just got to make sure you don't drop it on the front side.
But if you one of
But it's
these kids that
spring-loaded.
get mad, it's spring loaded. So if you one of these kids that get mad,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? It runs the chance, even though it's clicked on by, you know what I'm saying, the little USB joint, but
Right.
shit still pop out and fall, break the phone. That's my only downside. But this shit is definitely like, this shit's gonna save me in the airport. I appreciate it. It was worth the $100.
Well, Backbone, yeah, got some free promo.
Some free promo right
And
there.
we might all
Send one to
leave
everybody.
Black Ops. Yeah, I know. We might all leave Black Ops and go to COD Mobile. They got different shit on there anyway. You know what I mean? So,
They got new maps.
yeah, they got new maps. They got new skins.
Yeah, they got all
a whole
that,
lot of
yeah.
shit that the regular console don't got.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
That's why the regular console lack.
Right. So now we go to my man, our news anchor, our pallbearer, Mr. Kraken. Faith, I talk to these guys every day in our chat, man, and I mean, you could be having a baby, just graduated high school. You could just just won't find $100 on the ground, and my man Kraken will be like, "Oh, 4 people killed and Black Lives Matter showed up." And like, shit, you don't have anything good to say?
Yo, remember watching Sesame Street and everybody was happy as hell? Just stuff like this, be like, "Hi, bird."
Yeah. And they always try to cheer him up, but he always had that shittiest attitude. That is my man Kraken, man. But he keeps us up to date on news, stocks, and other things, man. So let's shift gears, man. So let's get into a little bit of the latest news, man. I know you got a little tad bit to say.
I'm not gonna be the Debbie Downer today. I'm not gonna go too deep and stuff, as we discussed earlier. Actually, I want to talk about what you brought up to me, Detroit, in about that little TikTok beef that about those girls, the young black girl in Michigan called out a white girl who pledged.
Let me paint the picture real quick. Let me paint the picture for y'all, just in case y'all didn't know. So, I scroll TikToks late at night. I really should be posting material for Gorilla Squad Gaming, but, I like to see what's going on.
Addicted to the talk, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
It's addictive.
They got some good shit on there, like where you bullshitting. But I came across a video. There's apparently a young white lady in Michigan. I was trying to figure out what school she went to. I think she went to I'm not sure what school she went. I'm not even gonna lie. But she goes to HBCU, and she pledged at the sorority, and it kind of had this one black lady on TikTok mad. I don't know if this went over to Instagram and to Twitter. It probably did. She said something, and the young lady clapped back. Now, I've been thinking about it. I understand both sides, but I'm gonna let Kraken explain his, because he had some good valid points earlier. So I'm gonna let him explain how he feels about this situation.
Both sides of the situation as well, but I look at it like this, and this might be because we're a little older. Most of us here been around before the internet, and now with social media, everybody's calling out everybody for any and everything. And I'm like, the young white lady pledges, goes to a HBCU. She pledges one of the Divine Nine,
Delta.
Delta. Okay. And she's just living her best life, minding her business. She's doing what we want to happen, which is everybody get along, integrate, have respect for one another. And then she's called out for it, and the young black lady's like, "Oh, that's our safe space. You could have pledged all of any white sorority, but you wanted to pledge in a black sorority, and that's our safe space, the one place where we don't have to worry about white supremacy." The problem I have with that is, yes, historically, the Divine Nine sorority and fraternities, which are the 9 historically black fraternities and sororities that were developed because black people couldn't pledge in any Greek organizations that were, historically white for many years, just like that's why HBCUs exist, because we couldn't go to regular colleges. But the point is HBCU, historically black college. The Divine Nine, the National Pan-Hellenic Council, is historic. That don't mean you gotta stay one way. And it bothered me because I was like, man, isn't that what we was telling people to do all last year? Like, hey, stand up for, for black people, equality. If you don't do something, if you're not saying something, then you're a part of the problem. This young lady, they go back and forth. When you look at their interactions, the white girl has some stuff on her, most of the stuff on her site. I didn't go look myself because I don't care that much. But most of the stuff that the black girl was calling her out for, she had videos of black people being mistreated by police. Okay, she's calling out these people. The girl switches it up and says, "Oh, she's sitting here promoting,
Right.
With police brutality and causing more trauma to black people." No, she's letting people know what's going on out here. She goes to an HBCU. She's part of a historically black sorority. And I don't know her personal life, but I wouldn't doubt if she probably dates somebody that's black. I don't know. She's doing what she's treating everybody the same.
Right.
She's going where she wants to go and feel comfortable. And she's being called out for it. And look, and I thought the first white woman to go to or join a historically black sorority was Delta Sigma, and the lady's name is Joan Mulholland. She was born in Arlington, Virginia.
Oh wow.
She joined back in the spring of 1960. She was a freedom rider. She got hunted by the KKK. She got arrested several times. She was fined several times. She got disowned by her family. But she stuck with doing everything she can. She met Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She marched. She did everything up until her whole life, basically. Did something involved with civil rights and trying to treat people. There's videos of her standing next to Dr. Martin Luther King. She's dedicated her life to helping the best way she can black people. And now you're a young black lady, Michigan, mad because another white woman is kind of doing it in her way, and the way you do it today, online, on your Instagram page, posting injustices, basically surrounding yourself with black people.
And I kind of feel, me personally, I'm not for either side. You call somebody out. The thing that I really don't like is I feel like the young white lady at the HBCU, that's sorority sister, she had an opportunity right there to mend the gaps. She could have took the high road, but she clapped back on like, "Oh, you couldn't get in here. Like, I looked at your background and this and that and third." She could have took the professional road and showed that it don't have to be no diversity. Now I get it. They're both probably young. I know they're younger than us, but
it's off of emotions.
Rise off of emotions. I think if she would have took 15, 20 minutes, talked to her sorority sisters about it, and I'll be the first one to say, I don't know anything about sororities or fraternities. The closest thing I have is the men and women I serve with in the military. That's our fraternity, sorority. You go through some things with these people that I may never ever go through with other people in my life. So that's the closest thing maybe I could compare it to. I do have friends. I have some friends that are, have pledged in college sororities and brothers that did fraternities. I got Mason friends, Eastern Star friends. Like I've got all that, and I don't have nothing against it. But I think this young white lady, she had an opportunity. She missed her chance to kind of the clap back. Sometimes the clap back is this. You know what I mean? Yeah. We everyone has to get smarter with using this. Because this and keep in mind, I just had a conversation with two of my guys on the team, like they were kind of talking shit to each other in Discord. It's like, bro, you're fucking here. He's all the way the fuck over there. If I fly you two to meet each other, I ain't gonna do shit. It's just social media, man. Like you say what you want to say. Like pick up the phone and talk about shit. Like I would have challenged her, the young white sister at the HBCU, to try to find this girl's information, call her and have a conversation.
Right.
Have her sorority sisters back her. Like, hey, because I'm sure she had to go through hell. Especially, in 2020, 2021, she had to go through hell to get in that damn fraternity.
Yeah.
That shit was not no easy road. And, you know, being a person that in the military, I met, you know, people from different races that never been around black people. You know, I've been around white people that learned a lot about black people just being in the military. Like, oh, dang, like, y'all, like, this is a cool culture. Like,
Got a good one for you.
back
Got a
in,
good one for you.
huh?
My first roommate in the military, never been around a black person.
And that's so believable.
Never.
There's so many stories like that.
And the old saying was, "Jay, you turned out a white person."
Right.
Because I introduced him. This dude used to ride around listening to DMX. Went out and got him a black girlfriend and probably married to her. And is probably married to her right now as we speak.
And that's the thing. Like,
DMX, none of that. Never listened to 3 6 Mafia.
oh, you turned them all the way out. You took them to
Yeah,
the other
you
side.
went deep.
You didn't start
dirty.
Jay-Z. You didn't start like New York hip hop. You went all the way.
But we were that boy Campbell. So, you know, I turned him onto the black radio station. Once I turned him onto that, it was like, hey.
And the thing is that, you know, I met people that we realized we really don't have that many differences. I used to talk to a lot of OGs in the military from the 70s where they were still smoking weed when like you'd be smoking weed, all that before they, you know, said it was illegal. But it was a lot of Mexican people and Asian people and black people and white people around each other for the first time for one common cause. And they learned everybody learned a lot about each other's culture, not even knowing like, hey man, you know, what my folks say back home, it's not really true about y'all. You know, this, that, and the third. I learned a lot about Asians and being around Spanish people and Mexicans and stuff like that. You know, so you learn a lot about each other, and I just feel like that young lady could have, you know, she had her moment to kind of bridge it. And but she didn't do it. So that's my only thought on it.
Okay, so fellas, I looked it up. And I guess is the woman's name Vanessa?
I thought it was, but her name is like Megan-ish or Megan something.
Okay, well, I guess they got one that graduated from Langston University, in Oklahoma. Yo, her list of accomplishments in college are outstanding. Graduated summa cum laude, class vice president of 2020, women of purpose president, business club vice president, NAACP community service chair, dean's honor list, president's honor roll. So like spring 2020, initiated Delta Sigma Theta in spring 2020. So she's accomplished. She did the work, and she did it all out of HBCU.
Right.
So going to Virginia State,
I was gonna ask.
Cracking.
Yeah. How was that experience?
You went to VSU?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to VSU too. Word.
Yeah. So me, Crack, and Smoke. I'm sorry. That's what. Ghost. We all went.
I just partied at State.
Yeah, I up on the weekend. He rolled with us, but. I was
running around reckless on State.
Yeah, but we had people, you know, white people on campus. I think we had a couple of Asian people on campus. Yeah. And it was nothing because they was there for the education and the culture. It's like Crack said, you know, it's about the historic value of it. Understand the historic value of it and move forward.
Right.
So
it helped contribute to it. I feel like you have an opportunity to contribute to it. For now and into the future, man. You know?
Right. So she's talking about a safe space. That was then.
Right.
Now, the way we all advance is we all come together. So what's the problem? Because I've seen videos of guys. It's been white guys that played Sigma. I know. I've seen
I got online at Sigma my freshman year at WVU, and I had to come offline. Because I was in the mix of a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that the brothers that I was rocking with, I couldn't tie them into that shit. Yeah, so I stepped back off a line. But shit, I was a white boy. I was online with
But
Sigma.
see,
You know what I'm saying?
but because of current culture, everybody either want to cancel something
Mhm.
or make something bigger out of something than what it needs to be.
And that
that's
was
the problem
21.
I have with
That
it.
was 21 years ago for me.
Yes.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's new. You know what I'm saying? It's not like,
It's
oh my
not new.
God, this white girl
Right.
just pledged and oh
Right.
my God, nah, this shit ain't new shit. I stood online back in 2000.
Right. Now
Right.
it should be a bigger problem if white sororities and black sororities didn't let people of outside of that race join.
Right.
That should be the
Right.
issue.
That's
That
the
would be
issue.
something to talk about and be mad about. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Facts.
So
I feel like
and-
if you
and-
got the
and-
qualifications, no matter what your race is,
Yeah.
You know
you
what
the
though? You know,
qualifications, enjoy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I think a lot of it really stems down to is like you have those people, and it's on all sides of the spectrum, that when they see an opportunity to kind of throw it in someone's face because it's like they feel like everything's been thrown in their face,
Mhm.
they want to do it. They're gonna jump out there and do that shit immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially like you said in today's culture, bro. It's all cancel culture. If you ain't rocking with what they think is right, then
Right.
but they
Yeah.
pick and choose what they want to go
Yeah.
after.
I don't like this, so I'm gonna try to get this canceled. No. Like, yo, come on.
If that's the case, why the fuck is Family Guy still on TV?
Family Guy, Simpsons.
Family Guy has violated
The South,
everybody.
now South Park is the worst. That's what I'm saying. Like, my wife hates those shows. She's like, this shit's so racist. But if you watch it, it's not racist against black people. It has something.
It's
to say
ignorant
about
to everybody.
Yeah, for
every
sure.
single person.
Everybody.
It's showing and saying what everybody thinks but's too afraid to say.
Right. And it's funny.
And it's no
Once we
filter.
get
And they bring it's
right.
no filter. And the way they do it, they bring it out in a comedic way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Make you
But
laugh.
sometimes that shit'll have you be like, damn, they really
like when they
Like,
had Magic
damn.
Johnson, yo. It was either Family Guy or
It was South Park.
yeah.
That sounds
where
about
he just
right.
blended his money and that cured.
He just blended his money.
Blended his money and drank it, and that cured HIV. And but the thing behind it is basically saying because he had money, he was able to get the treatment that he needed.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
but they brought it away about in a funny way. He was like, "Oh, I need my treatment." He threw a couple stacks in the blender, blended it, and drank it straight out the thing. And it's like it's funny as shit because they did it years later. It's not like they did it right when it was happening, when everybody was so emotional about it. Like even my mom was
Right.
about that. Who we live
and that too with
So-
our advancement in technology, like it makes everything so much faster now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said before with your mom, like it back then it took a while for things to really get out, get around, gave people time to get over it before people started really taking shots at it. Now, man, we live in a savage ass world, bro. They don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
You know
They
what I'm
had
saying?
Trump. They had Trump cart on South Park. They had Trump on Family Guy. They had Trump on everything. Like,
bro,
having him sound as dumb as he sounded. So it's like nobody was safe. Like
No.
whoever did something dumb that week,
He was on.
He was on
aired out.
You was gonna make that episode. Remember they had
You was getting aired
Kanye
out.
on South Park
Yeah.
with the fish sticks.
That's right.
Everybody
Yeah.
thought it was fish sticks. He was like, "Yo, bro, stop with that gay shit." He's like, "No, man, fish sticks." He's saying it so fast, it sound like fish dicks. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
you gotta sometimes like take that thick skin off and just kind of laugh at it, man. But I appreciate you all's views on it because I was just kind of torn. I wasn't even going to talk about it because I'm like, man, the sorority people, the fraternity brothers, they're gonna tear me up. But like I said, I don't know much about it. But I just looking from the outside, at the situation, I thought it was was worth a take. Now we can shift gears to the do-rag comment, right?
Right. Yeah. And again, something that's not that serious or whatever, but it's something that people have to deal with every day. Something that we have to deal with every day. The Diamondbacks announcer Bob Brenly mocks Marcus Stroman's do-rag during the game. And, you know, they were talking, I was reading an article, they were saying this ain't the first time he has a history of making comments on non-white baseball players. Like one time he was talking about a guy who was running to base. They said that, he could run faster if he took that gold chain off.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's Wayne talking? Yeah, he said something like, if he didn't have that gold chain on, he would run faster. And then, you know, he's talking about the, you know, Strawman wearing a do-rag and making just smart little comments about
slick shit, but why?
Right, why? And that's what everybody was saying.
Because his
They were
daughter
like,
got
why?
smashed by a black guy. And he shit.
Like, why though?
Right.
Why in these times with so much tension would you make a comment like that? Like, to me, it was just, it's offhand. Like,
This okay.
Because they've never been checked about this shit, bro.
About both situations.
They've been allowed to.
They've been
that.
allowed to say shit like that for the longest time, and people around them will probably give them a crazy look, like, "Damn, I can't believe he just said this shit." But nobody's gonna check them on this shit.
You see the other commentator, he didn't even say nothing. He just moved on.
That's what I'm saying. And that's part of the privilege. That's where the privilege comes in. Like, these motherfuckers got a privilege to say and do whatever the fuck they want to without no repercussions. Nobody's checking them. I'm
Let
sorry.
a black commentator call somebody crack.
Right.
I can't be around somebody like that and keep my mouth shut. Like, I'm going to go in on your ass. I don't give a fuck. We live on TV. They're going to have to cut that shit.
Right.
Because I'm going to start frying your ass on TV. Yeah.
Right.
And when they come back, your shit going to be lumped up and everything because I'm going to put hands on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the problem. They've been allowed to say this shit constantly with no repercussions. Bro, at the end of the day, everybody needs to be punched in their mouth, man, if you got something ignorant to say out your mouth. You need to get punched in that bitch at least one time.
Right. That's you gotta check that shit at the door. You gotta check it at the door.
Right.
Because
Big facts.
if you don't check it
Big
at the door,
facts.
if the Minnesota organization doesn't check that shit, he's just gonna keep saying shit like that.
Say the shit like you want to.
And that's exactly what they were saying. This isn't the first time, you know, this is what he's done, and now he's apologizing or whatever. But it goes back to what y'all were saying, being in the military and meeting people from different cultures, different areas, even with, you know, just different states.
Right.
Everybody has a background. Everybody has history. Everybody's different in some way, even if it's the same color. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody got together and tried to understand each other, we all get along. That's the whole point.
Right.
Is talking about how much money he's spending?
Somebody
gotta mute his mic, yo.
And mute it, bro.
Mute your mic, Wayne.
Mute your mic, dog. Y'all text him, tell him to mute his mic, yo.
I'm already on it.
He say some shit that they give away his whole damn identity.
Hey, we gonna hear some shit when you're supposed to hear.
There it goes.
Right,
There it goes.
right.
He muted it.
Yeah. All right, but
cool.
yeah, I feel you, man. People gotta be checked at the door, and even in the military, I had to check some people because they just weren't culturally, you know, knowledgeable of what they were saying because that's how they grew up. They didn't know any better.
Right.
They know any
No. Right.
So you gotta be like,
Man.
bro, don't say that.
Listen.
Like, we ain't
Right.
that cool. We not that
Bro.
cool.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Breed can contest to this shit. I made so many white non-commissioned officers uncomfortable that a lot of these motherfuckers would try to sabotage me.
I believe
That's what you're supposed to. I feel like that's how you're supposed to do it.
Every chance they could. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that used to really piss them off was with both my ex-wives. Both of them are black. So anytime I showed up to a function with one of my ex-wives, man, these motherfuckers that had this shit look on their face. They want to say something, but they know my background. I caught hella UCMJs when I was young. I had no issues in punching a first sergeant. Like, you're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna disrespect my wife. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna talk to me a certain way. Your rank don't protect you from that shit.
Right.
What's
A
the
lot of
most
times
you
they
gonna do?
think
Put
they
me
do.
on 40? You gonna put me on 45, 45? Man, I did 90
45,
days
45.
flat. I did 45 and 45 back to back. I did 90 days flat on that shit.
Mm.
And anybody know about UCMJ back in the day? That was when they used to torture the fuck out your
Oh,
ass. You
yeah.
get 4 hours of sleep and it don't gotta be
Yep.
consecutive.
Nope. They give
They
you
work
15
the
minute
dog
increments.
shit out your
Yep.
ass. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that, because I've never been in the military and I don't know what that is. What is UCMJ in 45 minutes and 90? What is that?
No, 45.
Nah, bro, ain't no 45 minutes. 45 days.
UCMJ is the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Yep.
If you get a field grade Article 15, that's 45 days extra duty, 45 days of your pay taken. You know what I'm saying? So I had 3 months of my pay taken from me.
The 45 days
you know what I'm
extra
saying?
duty, what he means
45
is
days
you're going to do
extra
your
duty.
job during the
But
day.
you're not going to get paid for it.
You're not going to
Not
get paid.
getting paid.
And then after you're done with your regular job, what the
They
military
gonna work
pays
the
you to
dog
do,
shit out your ass.
then you got to go cut grass, buff floors.
Bro,
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, the old
the blades
push mowers.
on them.
Yep, with the blades.
Yo,
Yep.
my son Major had me outside, bro, at 11 o'clock at night, bro, cutting grass with a push blade joint.
Yep.
Couldn't even see what the fuck I was doing. I was just
black.
out that bitch pushing that motherfucker in the pitch black. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what the motherfucking staff duty sergeant did? I said, I came in, I said, son, I can't see shit, man. He was like, here's some MVGs. These motherfuckers gave me night vision goggles.
Night vision
To
goggles.
cut the grass?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
You get in trouble.
And when that
Your
shit
ass
was over
belongs
with,
to Uncle Sam.
check this out. When that 90 days was over with, bro, I had literally 27 days before we deployed to North Kuwait, bro, to wait for the invasion of Iraq.
That is tough.
Yeah,
That is super tough.
When I tell you, I got zero emotions for most shit, bro.
Yeah.
I can understand why. Yeah, I can definitely understand why.
They fuck with you. They really wanna. They really wanna push you over the edge and get you.
They
want to
break your mental
thing, right? Because you already fucked up, right? You know, the military sometimes can be forgiving, sometimes unforgiving. It teaches you some things because 45 days extra duty, 45 days pay taken. In a long scheme of things, you do some of this shit outside the military, and the regular court get a hold of your ass. Yeah, it's gonna be different. You know, you gonna have people.
That's why I
sucked
that shit up and did that shit. Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a little different. So they try to tiptoe that line to kind of teach you something, but yeah, it's called the Uniform Code of Military Justice, man.
And they will protect you. They will protect you. We had and this is real quick. My partner, he lived on the fucking like south side of where we were stationed. Now I stayed on the north side. They were both the bad areas. We was in his house one night. A crackhead kicked open his door and ran in. I shot that motherfucker. Flatlined his ass when he came through the front door. The police took me down, booked me, you know what I'm saying? They take my phone, but I was registered to have this shit. I was good. You know what I'm saying? It was my command that came down and got me out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gift and a curse, man. They'll take care of you. It is in the right situations, but you fuck up, they gotta smack their hand and affect them pockets. You know, after you done put all your shit on allotment for rims and systems and everything else, that dumb shit in the military. But yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the sports scene. I need an update on the Wizards. What's going on with the Wizards?
Yeah, I want to know.
They out, son.
They out?
Really?
They're home?
Sweet.
Wizards out. The Knicks is out.
Oh, the Knicks out too? Damn. I thought you was cheering for a minute. You got your hat on and shit.
Hey, I'm still gonna rock my Knicks, man. Let me tell you why. So we was not supposed to make it this far. We was not supposed to be the 4th seed in the East. We was not supposed to be in the playoffs.
I give you that. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe 1 year away from that.
No, because this offseason we gotta get some offensive talent, bro. Without that, we ain't gonna do nothing. We good on defense, as we can see, we can shut games down. We just need an offensive talent. The max, like Trae Young knowing he put up the quick last 37, 30, they put up 37 and 9 tonight on us. Real quick. Yeah.
Expect it.
We're seeing a young star born in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 36 and 9.
That was a young AAU kid. That's what's so funny about it. He's a young AAU kid on the circuit, man. So that's
it's a new rivalry in basketball now. Knicks and Hawks. We do not like each other.
Knicks and Hawks.
A new rivalry, bro.
Blood now.
Hey, but you know what though?
Atlanta
need this shit though.
They do.
Atlanta need this shit with the Hawks, bro. Like real talk.
It's been a while since
you know what I'm saying?
Joe Smith and all them boys that they had up there.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, man, at one point they had put a team together that had high hopes, man, and that shit just never panned out.
And they always made the playoffs for a stretch, but they just get out.
Well, we know what happened with that. LeBron happened with that.
Oh, yeah, LeBron kept a lot of teams in the East in check for a long time.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, is LeBron going home?
I think so.
It looks like it.
I think so.
Yes.
Because Schroeder
what you think, Faith?
Take it back to the video. Recall my statement. What did I say? Phoenix is going to come out. And then y'all was like, nah.
No,
LeBron is going to do things.
Phoenix
LeBron is going to do
good enough
things.
to win the whole thing, though.
Nah, hell no.
No.
They're not going to win the whole thing.
No.
I haven't been talking because I don't do sports. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. This is a small part of the reason why. So don't laugh too hard because I know all y'all about to laugh.
Now this man sang the national anthem at the Hawks game, so I don't know why he not a Hawks fan.
Nah, look. So I used to do sports. I used to fuck with all the sports, watch the sports, everything except like golf and baseball and shit like that. But my favorite sport was football. And because I lived in Newport News, Virginia, I was trying to rep the team that was close to my hometown, which was the Washington Redskins in DC. And they just, when I first got introduced to football, that was my team. The motherfuckers lost like every season. I'm like, I gotta find another team, or I just gotta quit this sports shit because this just ain't for me. And then I used to go around every cookout I went to, every homeboy's house I went to, function, gathering, whatever. Everybody used to be talking about, oh, my team gonna do this next year. My team gonna do this, that, and third. And I'm like, ain't nobody getting paid over this shit. Why are we arguing over teams?
Oh, that should get deep.
You know what I mean? After that, I said, you know what? I'm done. I don't do sports. I don't watch. I'll watch the finals. I'll watch Game 7 of the finals, and I'll watch the Super Bowl. Other than that, I don't watch anything else.
You definitely gonna want to be in the chat with Rand Vizzy then.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah, that dude.
Somewhere there's a Washington Wizard fan crying.
And he's in Northern Virginia.
I'm surprised the notification bar ain't going off right now, man.
He ain't gonna say nothing.
He don't say nothing when they lose.
They stuck one. They stuck one on that game. When they supposed to be swept.
Man, listen, and my guy got so excited, bro. He just knew they was back. Like,
no, the snapback is real. Nah.
Guy, you were gonna understand the pain that so many Oklahoma City fans felt for so many years with him on the team. You're gonna feel that same pain, my guy.
It's not Westbrook. It's the head coach. I don't know how many times.
Oh my God, dog. Oh my God. It is Westbrook.
It's the same coach he had in OKC though. When they went
Scott
to
Brooks, right? Scott Brooks.
Yeah.
You can't make that reunion. You can't make that reunion in DC.
But look,
like,
they have.
I know they did, but they shouldn't have.
They should have let it be. Should have just let it be.
I mean, he did the same thing with Billy Donovan though, in OKC.
Yeah. He was going shortly after Billy Donovan got there.
Right.
He had 1 or 2 years with him.
2 seasons with him, and it was
Billy Donovan was supposed to be the defensive guru and shit.
Yeah.
But
man, these guys don't want to play defense now, man, in the league. Shit.
Nah, they pre-bananas. They pre-bananas.
Defense. Man, these motherfuckers just want to shoot like 20 times a game.
When you watch sports, I watch a lot of sports. And I've had these conversations plenty of times. I know stats. I know things. I know tendencies. You have to know, like, I'm passionate about my teams from Detroit. Look, I haven't gone through an 0-17 season, so you can't tell me shit. You can't really tell me shit. You know, I done went through good hockey days of the Red Wings dominating the NHL. I mean, Scotty Bowman had a fucking 10-year run. You know what I mean? The Pistons doing good. The Lions, Barry Sanders after he left, it kind of fell off, and then we fucked over Megatron. But Michigan Wolverines, football and basketball. Sometimes you have to be realistic with yourself, though. You know what I mean? You have to, like, the Pistons got Blake Griffin. I wasn't hollering like, oh shit. Blake Griffin got there. As soon as he got there, we went on a 6-game winning streak. We was like 8-2 or some shit like that at the beginning of the season. I was just like, I'm not buying
It's coming
in.
Downfall is coming.
Yeah, I'm not buying in because something's gonna happen. What happens? Blake Griffin gets hurt. Now the team don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? We got Reggie Jackson over there. You know, fucking Josh Smith.
People don't realize basketball is like relationships, man. Like it's gotta have chemistry. Yeah. Man, if there's no chemistry, man, like there's no.
It doesn't happen the first season, right?
Right.
Hell no.
First season.
Nah.
If you get that chemistry the first season, that means you're gonna have something very special on your hands.
Is normally a bunch of guys that's already known each other.
Right.
That part.
Like LeBron, right?
In Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, but he lost that first year.
Because
they got cocky.
Yeah, but you got to think too, though. That big three in Miami gelled a lot faster than the big three in Boston did when they first put it together.
Yeah.
Well, again, the big three in Boston, it was a collection of names. It wasn't a collection of chemistry. It was a collection of continuity. So they got together because they were all considered,
I'm Ray Allen.
Great.
Oh, you're Kevin Garnett. Oh,
you're right.
Hey, how are you?
Right.
Hey, we all pay separately.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was during the time when Boston was under a lot of heat because LA was running it.
Yeah,
they were straight running it during that time.
Yeah, LA.
Yep.
LA ran
Kobe. And everybody.
Then Detroit shut it down for a quick minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then
chemistry. The chemistry nowadays with these guys, man, it ain't as big as it need to be because it's so much isolation, this one-on-one and individual stat games, man. Like you look at Westbrook, man, he's probably gonna go down as the greatest individual statistician in the game, man. Like but he's
looking that way.
He may never win a championship, and he's fine with that.
He won the worst teammates. He won the worst teammates ever.
Yeah. He is the modern day Charles Barkley. Is what he is.
Oh,
yeah.
I think when we talking about that chemistry, though, I think that Detroit team probably had the best chemistry ever.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because you got to think those guys. A lot of those guys were not known in the NBA like that. Like they weren't known nationally.
Well, Ben Wallace was undrafted.
Undrafted from Virginia.
Came out of Virginia Union.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second. Let me stop y'all because I'm not like in this basketball. I told you I don't do this basketball shit.
Right.
One of y'all said that Westbrook was as bad as Charles Barkley. In what way? How was Charles Barkley bad, and in what way?
Well, if you look at the stats that Charles Barkley put up in his career, he goes down as one of the greatest power forwards of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But never got a ring.
Right. So would y'all consider him a great?
No, Westbrook not a great
forward.
You can still be a great and not win a ring, but
do y'all think Charles Barkley, is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he a great in my book. I mean, even if you don't win a ring.
Yeah, you don't have to win a ring to be in the Hall of Fame. No,
we're not saying that. What we're saying is like Westbrook's going to be one of those guys like Charles Barkley that's going to put up a lot of stats, have a great career, be a Hall of Famer in the whole nine, but was just never great enough to make the players around him on his team better.
Right.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that? Like if the person in the NBA was you, how do you feel about if you were on a team getting all your points, stats, rebounds, everything padded up, you ended up in the NBA Hall of Fame, all the good shit, but throughout the course of your career, you never won a ring. Would y'all feel some type of way about that?
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
I would.
I never reached that pinnacle.
Because look, listen, playing sports, I don't care what nobody says. At the end of the day, the overall goal is to be a champion.
Yep.
Regardless of your
Y'all lucky I
individual
don't have my belt
stats,
down here. So
the end of the day, man, you want to be a
So I'm
champion.
a fucking
If
champion.
you
Everybody
but you don't think if you made it to the Hall of Fame, you're a champion? I feel like that's the end all be all.
Nah, I think the
Being a
Hall of
champion
Fame
with
is
your
like
teammates. That's an
It-
individual
right.
accolade.
That
You
is-
But being a
succeeded.
champion with your
Yeah.
teammates, that's a
Yeah.
whole
That's a
nother
whole
level.
different.
So
you just
Like,
graduated.
I feel you. I feel you.
Just to show you,
That's all
just
you
to
did
show
as a
you
Hall of
how,
Famer.
just to show you how small this shit is, man. The most I went, I played college ball. I played 1 year in college ball. I played football, but I didn't have a love for the game after my senior year of high school. I won a state championship with guys that I played ball with since middle school. We used to play out on the outside in the fields together. Like, we bonded. We had a fucking team. We ran everybody the fuck over in Southside Virginia that year. When I left from that team, I didn't feel the same when I went off to college.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
form
Because
new bonds.
yeah,
Right.
but see, for me, that was my 15 minutes in sports. My high school career was my 15 minutes in sports. That was my 15 minutes career. You know what I'm saying? My highlight. But when I won that championship, that shit meant more than the All-State awards. That shit meant more than me having the records in, you know what I'm saying, for most tackles in a single game in my high school. That state championship meant more to me because I won it with guys that I grew up with, guys that I sweat with, I had tears with, I had blood with, in the same fields that we were just working out, doing shit just so we could be better than our competition.
Yeah, I mean, like, because we go down and look at baseball, man. I was golden bat, golden glove every year in baseball, and we never won a
Never won it.
championship.
Right.
We get all
And-
we get all the way like a game or two, and we would get eliminated.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just one of them things, man. Like, yeah, you just feel like you missed out.
No,
I'm
it wasn't
saying
because
it.
of Ghost.
Oh, I
Ghost
was
put
gonna
it
say, I
at
was
work.
just trying
You
to
know what I'm
figure
saying?
Was he,
Nah, we
was
just
he,
we
was he
just
pitching,
played. We
was he
just
pitching
played.
home runs
No,
to the
we
other
just
teams?
played. We just played teams that had like their whole squad was stacked.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We came across teams that you
That
already knew
baseball
one of these
shit
motherfuckers
different
was
though. I
going to
ain't
the
go
league.
front.
And I was
That
a hitter in
baseball shit
baseball,
is
man.
different.
I was a hitter. Like I was the smallest person on the team, man. But you know, I struck out every time the first time at bat, just on purpose. Like I'm like really studying the pitcher. But after like I was golden bat every year, man. Wayne
Student
come to
of the
play.
game.
Yo,
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo. That's
shit,
crazy. Everybody had the same answer.
That's
Right.
how me and him.
Yeah.
That's how me and Wayne met. Shit, we met playing baseball, man.
Playing
Little league
baseball, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because I only say that's crazy because I don't feel that way. I feel the exact opposite of everybody. Like if I know y'all said that, and it really made sense to me when you put it as that's a personal achievement, and you didn't do that with your team. That's the part that hit me. It made sense to me.
Yeah.
But still, like I feel like if I did all of that and I made it to the Hall of Fame, even if I didn't win no rings, now granted, everybody wants to win a fucking ring and said that they had some type of contribution to the NBA. We won something. Ain't nobody beat us this year.
Right.
We took the title. And I can completely understand that.
I give you prime example, man. Prime example. My ninth grade year in school in basketball, the coach told me he couldn't give me the MVP award because I didn't make the team better, but I was the best offensive player on the team. I got awards to the best offensive player.
Wow.
Led the team in scoring, led the school in scoring that year.
But you
I
didn't
didn't do
make
shit to make the
everybody
team better.
around you better.
Yeah. I was
So
just a
you
scorer.
was a Westbrook.
He was a shooter. He's the
Westbrook.
reason we came up with the term shooters shoot.
Shooters shoot.
You keep
Shooters
shooting.
shoot.
Shoot.
Yo, I promise you.
Shoot 100 bricks.
I got stories of cussing him out on the basketball court because I was wide open. He wanted to jack that shit up.
Do we have Westbrook's stat line tonight? Does anybody did he shoot 100 shots tonight?
Larry,
You
you
are froze.
stuck.
Yeah, you're
You
froze.
froze, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you are.
Oh damn.
I can hear you, but I
Yeah.
can't see you move.
That's the first time I
You
got stuck,
looking
bro.
looking like you run a
I
pizza.
thought she was high. I'm like, he's just sitting there for 6 minutes. I know what the hell was going on. I'm like, Larry done hit smoking
God,
that
man,
cookies.
Detroit. Hey man, let me get a pizza pot, bro.
Yeah.
Let me get that pizza pot, bro.
Yeah. So Westbrook's stat line, he was 24 points, 8 rebounds, 10 4 turnovers.
Like that guy
at the end. That's what it is.
That guy is the epitome of a sports bricklayer. Like if he was ever a brick mason in life, man. Yeah, he could have been a brick mason in life, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But so is if LeBron's not gonna come out the West, and I'm not confident in the West. If the Nets, which they should, because the Nets have been firing on all cylinders, the Nets win it, right? The Nets win the championship this year.
They stay healthy. They stay healthy. They win.
They got to, right? The pressure's on them. The pressure's not on LeBron. The pressure's on them.
The pressure's on the Nets as an organization as a whole because they sold the whole house out for the next decade.
For the second time in 8 years, my ad.
Right.
Well,
the Nets gonna collapse.
The owner, man. I don't know if y'all know anything about the owner, but the owner is a Russian billionaire.
Yeah.
We all know about him.
Yeah. We know about the owner.
He's not part of the team no more. He sold it after they did all that, and they had to blow it up. He sold his share. He's not part of the team. He's not part of it no more.
Oh, he cashed out. He cashed out.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. After
wow.
Damn, yo. Why is my shit?
Damn it, man. Hey, I want to say something, man, real quick. I cut on my Xbox system. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen Jermaine's name pop up?
Oh shit!
Motherfucking friends list.
It says 723 days since he's been online.
This shit said like 5 years since he last been on.
Damn.
Yo.
Well, I
gotta add y'all on Xbox too, yo.
Are we running?
Add us, man. Yeah, man. We about to wrap this shit up, man. I don't know.
What we playing? Are we playing? We playing RB6 or we playing COD?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
It don't matter, shit.
5.
Well, we got 5.
Yeah, we could do.
We got 5. We could do RB6.
But definitely could do that.
But you got
RB. I don't know if my update came through yet. Let me see.
Oh Lord, this old guy.
I've been knocking out some COD mobile while we've been on here.
But
bitch.
we gonna wrap this show up, man. It was a good one, definitely. We cut it under 107 hour and 17 minutes. Faith, definitely appreciate you coming on, bro.
Much love for having me.
We
appreciate it.
Technical difficulties, but anytime you want to join, bro, I'll let you know. If you want to jump in, bro. Like we gonna keep the issues moving. We definitely gonna talk about gaming, all the time. And whatever you want to chime in on, you want to join and be a part of, just let me know, bro. You know how we rock. We have our own personal conversations. I don't know. I had a bunch of updates on my laptop, so I don't know if you broke down, your eSports thing. But the cool thing about me and Lano is, like, we've already decided, like, we're not competing against each other. You know what I mean? Like, people think that, like, yo, how you gonna conversate with another person from eSports and you trying to have eSports or you trying to have a competitive team? I was thinking about this earlier. Like, do you know how much the stimulus check, the stimulus bill that was passed, that was like billions of dollars. There's money out here for everybody to get. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't have to compete against each other to get it, bro. Like, I got Faith shirts and Faith got Gorilla Squad gaming shirt. So, like, let's just chill with the shit, man. Like, at the end of the day, I support him and whatever he do. I always got to go back to Atlanta because my in-laws are there. Hopefully we'll be able to link up soon. And and I'm gonna be just a part of what he's doing, as he's gonna come on the podcast and do that. So
put your camera on.
So yeah.
You said cut your camera on real quick, Larry. Hold on,
I'm cutting it.
You had said something for a second. You forgot you had said something.
Right.
Damn, I forgot what I was going. Yeah, it's no, like, it ain't no. And I've been starting to realize this more and more. Being in a pandemic, the first thing I do every morning when I wake up, I come downstairs and I cut my computer on and I learn something.
Mm-hmm.
And And one of the things that I've been learning is that when it comes to people who are in the same field, they are sometimes hesitant on helping one another because they feel like they're competition.
Right.
And I don't feel that way at all. You know, Larry hit me up like, yo, where can I get some stickers at? Here's the website.
Right.
I mean, go upload your, go do your thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
always.
like,
Never hesitant to give me information. Never hesitant to share, a website or something where I can go get something created for Gorilla Squad Gaming. You know, a lot of people hold on to that shit. They're like, oh no, bro, you got to figure that shit out on your own. Nah, man,
I'm like, why though? Like, why would you even? Why? It don't even make sense for me to withhold information from another brother, from anybody.
Right.
So we already got to compete against big company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
What we do is compete against ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.